we're live. It's the Beck Scrum. It's Sam and Michael. Updates are I am attempting to deploy the local support latest code and failing for some reason that I have not established yet. The Rachel's pretty busy at the moment, trying to organize a client meeting for the beginning of next week. We haven't really checked in, but she looked at the new. What's it called? She looked at the new version on staging and was suitably happy with the new upgrade to Bootstrap that Piotr sorted out for us. So I'm trying to deploy that to production. I don't know why. Is that? Oh, I think I know where it is. Oh, there's this new build pack thing, isn't there? Yeah, like the old multi-build pack that we've got has expired, and anyway, so that needs to be done. I have made a little further progress on the escalating call to action. That's got like an annoying little fail related to capybara cool parts. It just like it's like, you know, I mean, I guess actually I did. Well, I was going to say, like, but why is it for every 1 minute of coding there's 30 minutes of capybara debugging? But actually, it was 30 minutes of coding last night during my kids' karate lesson, and then just trying to push it out today, and then anyway, so hopefully that will go out. We had an interesting session before in the previous Scrum with Lara and Matt and Pat, and sort of brainstorming about other things that we could have make differences on the front page. Yeah. So I've got the what are they called? The Auto Salsa, Beta Salsa, Grader something's meeting coming up in about an hour. And yeah, we're moving forward with the contract for the Wikimedia Foundation. No, the tree people are sort of kind of going about the project, so we'll see if that happens. And I seem to be spending most of my time talking to different groups like Code School, New Relic, what have you, about different kinds of benefits we can get. The Amazon Web Services thing that ended up sounding like a bit of a the automatic credits they have are not for EC2, so it's not as good as we thought it might be. But yes, we've had this idea to do like an Elixir mob, and that seems to have encouraged at least one person to sign up for Premium Mob, so that's nice. Yeah, that's me. How are things going with you, Michael?
Nothing really to report other than I might do some stuff with Marion this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was just looking on Amazon for titles related to microservices and stuff like that. There's been a huge explosion of them in the last 6 months.
But you said there has been a huge explosion over the last 6 months.
Yeah, in terms of books that supposedly target different aspects of microservices.
Right.
Versus like a year ago, there was like maybe one book that even covered it at all.
Right.
And now there's probably like too many to read. Like, you know, 6, 7, 8 books. A lot of them seem to be coming out of the Java community.
Right.
Like around Spring Framework and so.
Yeah, that's interesting. Both the DHH talking about preferring elegant monoliths, and the Ruby Rogue episode I was listening to was the guy who created the Sucker Punch gem was talking about how he felt that the microservices often kind of screwed things up, or at least, you know, were more complexity than was necessary.
So with the Elixir mob, is that just, when is that going to be? Do we know?
We don't. We are asking when people are available, and then we will work out a time that suits some larger subset of people.
So are we thinking that's going to be like how often do you think that'll be?
Well, I would try to make I imagine to make it weekly, because I think, like, if you don't do it, if you do it I mean, my original imagination for the mobs is that they would be monthly, but I think if you're doing it monthly, you can't really build up any momentum.
Right.
So weekly.
Yeah.
So I would imagine. I mean, just randomly looking at my schedule, if we did it at that on Tuesdays, for example, that might work. But we will see. There's various people who are already sort of committed to the Elixir Phoenix project, so we'll kind of try and get input from them. Yeah, so we'll see. It makes me think about having like a JavaScript mob and other mobs going on.
Sure.
Yeah, we will see. Yeah, I don't know if that helps build critical mass, or if it just is sort of a distraction from actually people getting down to working on projects. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think interesting. I mean, also we've got that that guy's giving us a free course on Udemy, so we can actually sort of propose. People sort of suggesting that somehow the free course thing would be an attractive reason to be signing up for premium. So if we can bundle more of those in, anyway, we'll see. I'm trying to. It looks like we might have a deal with Code School, but anyway.
With Code School.
Yeah, I mean they seem to have like a blanket discount for non-profits, but
Okay.
yeah, we'll see. Actually, they're just replying to me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're not actually issuing coupons. So it's kind of yeah. It's difficult for us to bundle it. But there we go. Anyway, did you have any more thoughts about like the next step for the data analysis?
Not offhand, I think. So, like, there's potentially different ways. Like, one would be to get more data surrounding events. Like, right now, we just have the Slack data. Or try and make more, like, another idea. So, in some sense, what we could do is I was looking around and there's different models. There's like one that's, I was thinking initially maybe a hidden Markov model.
Yeah.
But some people like researching online and stuff and looking at papers. It looks like there's like a thing called a conditional random field.
Conditional random field, right?
Yeah, which is a discriminative. Essentially a discriminative version of HMM.
Right.
Whereas HMM is generative. So I have some papers I downloaded that I haven't really read through all of them. But basically, we can imagine like taking just the Slack data, the aggregated data points, because that's a series of data, and like aggregating them at some level, like every week or whatever, and then using that to try and predict basically I have to get it clear in my head first, but yeah, like, so we would basically be using the fact that someone signs up at a certain time or not versus their aggregate Slack data. I haven't run that.
Okay.
So, but my suspicion is that will be very poor.
And why do you think it would be very poor?
because the data is extremely like
fuzzy, and
hidden.
the data is poor.
I mean, the data is like aggregated. It's like,
Right.
define it as like someone's net post across Slack.
But you the way you're, I think you're aggregating it is saying like, okay, given a week, how many times did they post this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So yeah. So
there's different steps that could be taken to like disaggregate that data.
Right.
Or to try and create features out of them, like do textual analysis.
Right.
Or like see when people try to infer or in conversation.
Or like take it over, like try and detect which channels. So like it could be done on a weekly still, but like rather than aggregating over all channels
on each channel,
like take 10 or 20 channels that we might think are information bearing, and use those. And I guess the other thing is, I mean, potentially I've got like more detailed payment data, which would show you, I think, more accurately when people are upgrading and starting.
Yeah.
And so on. So I could give you that data.
Yeah, potentially. It's a matter of prioritizing it, though.
Well, absolutely. I mean, yeah, like it might be that you're feeling that the you need more than the Slack data. You want web data as well.
I'm not sure. I mean, I need to
think it over.
Really, probably what I need to do is sit down and like install one of these libraries, because like most of these models have like libraries that people have already done,
and
like get that installed
and
see if I can just like run the model, run one's code on it and see what the model outputs.
Yeah, absolutely. One could, there's definitely, like, one could be spending more time getting more data and breaking up the data, but another way to go is just to, as I say, even with poor data, run the model, and so you've got your data pipeline, and then the results would be poor, but you'll have done the kind of traceability of the data going round, and then one can look at improving the data, improving the model, getting set to sort of generate better results in the future.
Right. Because it'll maybe help me understand the model better.
But well, I think both.
How the model works, rather than just reading it like in someone's like PhD paper.
Totally. I think that's very, very, very helpful.
Because I found some guy's website, doctorate guy's website, where he basically lists like library implementations of like conditional random field.
Sure.
Are out there.
Yes.
And available. And I think there's like one or two in Python. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the specific, which model one happens to be using is far less important than using something. Like very often, I mean, I think that's what Google has shown with their linguistic analysis, is that extraordinarily naive models can work very well if you have sufficient data and you've got the right data.
Yeah.
So the thing is to get something set up, and then iterate, either increasing the volume of the data, the features. Then there's also, I think there's also playing with the models, and there's clearly pros and cons to different models. But yeah, I think my priority would be to do something and to get that cycle turning over so that more and more data could be pulled in.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. All right. Well,
I didn't want to do like an actual client meeting for it, because
no, sure. Well, this is just the Scrum. Yeah. So I'll leave it with you. You come back to me when you want to take the next step, or you know, next input. I mean, we could be, you know, just discussing it again for a period, or we could be, you know, sitting down and sort of like bashing bits of data around and bashing bits of Python scripts and installing models and stuff. If you want, it is you are the boss.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
All right, cool. Right. Well, I'm going to kick around some more admin things and do DevOpsy stuff. I'll catch you a bit later.
Bye.
Bye for now.